Hello there, and welcome to Retro Game Reviews. For this review, I want to show you the very first 16-bit system, and it's also considered my favorite video game system of all time. This is the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive. Just look at it. It's all black, sexy, red. It says 16-bit at the top. Sega Genesis right there. You can't go wrong with the Sega Genesis. Huge library of games. Just like perfect, sleek, and sexy system. Let's go over some of the specs. Here we got volume control for whenever you want to hook up headphones or even speakers to produce stereo sound. The reset button is this white little button right here. And well, I hope a lot of you know what a reset button is. The on and off switch turns your system on and off. Glorious 16-bit. Here we go. The cartridge port. They're the same port as an Atari 2600. So if you ever own a Genesis controller, plug them into your Atari 2600. You'll be amazed and see what happens. Look at the back here. This kind of is a later model of the Model 1 Genesis, but oh well. Here's the channel select, channel 3, channel 4. And we got the RF out and the AC in. The AC adapter is actually huge. It's really unnecessary of how much room it takes, but as long as you get to play your Genesis games, it's well worth it. Now another thing is the Sega Genesis controller. Have a sexy Genesis with a controller that just works perfectly. You can't go wrong with this controller either. This has got to be the most well-designed controller I've ever seen. I'm dead serious. Just look at it. It fits right into your palm. I'm just holding it with one hand since it's hard holding it with the camera in my hand. But you can fit your hand just in there, it just fits in there perfectly. Sturdy buttons, A, B, and C. Start. It's brilliant. Just a brilliant controller. It kind of looks like a speedboat if you ask me. It really does. But this is my favorite controller of all time. My favorite system of all time. Let's see over here. Darn, didn't mean to drop it. Well, here we got the Sega plug-in controller port. Now this is the same as, like I said before, the Atari 2600. You can plug this into the Atari 2600 and it'll work just fine. Now, I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to plug the Sega Genesis in. I'm going to plug the controller in. And I'm going to show you a game, which is probably going to be Terminator 2, or Batman and Robin, or maybe even Sonic. I got a whole library, probably 20 games, and guess what? Since the Sega Genesis is so sexy, it gets its own TV. Well, I'm going to hook this guy up and show you what it's like. Here I got Terminator 2, the arcade game. It's pretty much an arcade port. And honestly, a lot of people don't look down on this game. I really don't know why, but I think it's a really good game. Let's open it up. As you can see, Terminator 2 cartridge. It's a very nice looking cartridge. It's probably the newest cartridge I own. But let's see, let's turn this TV on. Turn it on, there we go. Probably gonna have a few lines going through it, but oh well. Now let's plug the Sega Genesis controller in. got that all plugged in. Let's see here. Terminator 2 going into the cartridge slot. And it fits in perfectly. Now, let's see how this works. Perfect. Might be kind of blurry, but hope you can see it a little bit. I'm going to be playing with one hand since holding the camera here. Turn the volume up. Go. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the arcade game. But as you can see, you can have an option. You can use the gun, or you can use a joypad. But I'm going to use the controller. As you can see, it's all good looking, isn't it? Gotta love it. Oh man, this is awful. I'm pretty much here just to show you how it looks like 16-bit glory. Well, Sega Genesis. I rate it 10 out of 10. It's my favorite system of all time. I've actually grown up with this system. This is the very first console I've ever owned, so no wonder. And I hope you enjoyed this review.